Hi everyone, Ohayo gozaimasu. Welcome! This channel is for Japanese learners of English. Kiyomo shadowing no lesson wo yarakimashou. Listen to today's real native conversation. Focus on the rhythm and shadow along. Practice daily to master tango, bunpao, hatsuan, and rhythm. Repeat and try again tomorrow if needed. Zehi. Channel no toroku wo onegai shimasu. Okay, are you ready? Here we go.
Ever get that sudden jolt when the phone rings and it's someone speaking English? Like, you have no idea what they want.
Oh, I know that feeling way too well. So how do you even ask what's your purpose in a way that's both polite and clear?
That's the thing, right? You don't want to sound rude or abrupt. There's a bunch of phrases to use depending on the situation.
Like what exactly? I mean, just saying, what do you want is definitely not an option.
No. Not unless you want to scare them off. Instead, a classic one is, how can I help you? It's super versatile, and you can use it at the start of pretty much any phone call.
Yeah, that's a safe bet for sure. It's like, I'm here to help. But what if you need to be a little more formal, you know?
Right. In that case, you can use, how may I help you? It's just a touch more polite. And both these versions are good to use when you pick up the phone.
And what if you are already in the middle of the call and you need to find out what it's about?
Oh, yeah, that's a different ballgame. It gets tricky when they haven't stated what they want.
Okay, so what do you say then?
So instead of what do you want, you could ask, what is this regarding? Or even, may I ask what this is regarding? These are a tad more formal.
Oh, regarding, that sounds so much better. More like you're interested instead of annoyed.
Exactly. It's all about sounding interested and helpful. And if you need to be even more polite, you can go for, could you tell me what this is about?
That's great, because if you want to be a bit more formal, that works.
Yeah. And you know, in a phone call, you'll often hear, what is this regarding? Instead of what are you calling about? It's like the phone call itself is the subject.
That makes sense, actually. It's a subtle difference.
It is, but it can make a world of a difference in a professional context. But that is for getting to the crux of the call, right? What if you need to confirm the caller's name or their company name?
Yeah, that's a must, especially in business.
So after you said, how may I help you? You could ask, may I have your name, please? Or could you tell me your company name, please? Super polite ways to get that info.
So it's about layers. It is, first you check what they want, then you establish who they are.
Exactly. It shows you're organized and professional. And if you didn't quite catch the name, don't be afraid to say, I'm sorry, could I have your name again?
Yeah, better to ask than just pretend. That's what I've learned the hard way.
I bet. No one likes to repeat themselves, but, you know, getting it right is important.
So you got the intro, then the purpose, then you get all the details. That covers the basics, yeah?
That covers the basics for sure. But then you also have to deal with things like when the person they want is unavailable, or if you need to clarify something.
Oh, yeah. The famous unavailable at the moment. How do you say that in a way that's not so blunt?
You could say, I'm afraid she is not available at the moment. Or, I'm sorry, she is on another line. That shows a bit of empathy.
That's a good touch. It's not being able to speak to someone is already frustrating. So being polite can make all the difference.
Right. And always offer options like, can I take a message? Or would you like her to call you back later? Don't leave them hanging.
And what if you just can't understand what they're saying? Like the connection is bad or they have a strong accent?
Yeah, that can be tricky. It's better to say something than just pretend you understood. You can ask, could you speak more slowly, please? Or, sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you. Could you speak a little more loudly, please?
It's so important to be honest about that. Yeah.
Exactly. And it helps to make things clear, you know, avoid miscommunication.
Okay, so we have phrases for everything. For starting the call, asking the purpose, for when they are not there, and even when you can hear them. That's a solid checklist for telephone calls.
Absolutely. And the best part? Most of the phrases use simple words and straightforward sentences.
Good, so you don't have to be a language wizard to use these. But these expressions can make all the difference for a caller's experience, right?
Absolutely. The trick is to be both polite and clear. It shows you're professional and respectful.
Makes sense. It's not just about saying words, but it's about conveying respect and help.
That's the whole thing. Even if you're just asking, what is this regarding? It's the tone and how you deliver it that matters, you know?
Yeah, and knowing a few phrases like these can really boost your confidence when you're on a call.
Exactly. So next time that phone rings and it's in English, no need to panic. Just remember these simple phrases.
All right, we've finished today's lesson. How did you find it? 理解できない部分はありませんでしたか? Repeat and try again tomorrow if needed. Please let me know your感想 or request in the comments. ぜひチャンネルの登録をお願いします. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. See you next time. Bye bye.